Hi guys, welcome to my channel Reality Charm and welcome to another in-depth Sister Wives video. This time we're looking at where are Christine's kids now in 2024 from Aspyn to Truly. So Christine and Cody were married for about 25 years. They had a terrible wedding with no dancing, no fun essentially, and they broke up in 2021. The straw that broke the camel's back is that Cody told Christine while installing a door at her house that he did not want to be, intimate anymore. Things had been falling apart for years and years, yes, but perhaps we can all blame Christine's cat for this key conversation. It kept sneaking into her LuLaRoe inventory, hence why Cody was installing that fateful door that day. They had a total of 6 kids, 5 girls and 1 boy, so Janelle and Christine are tied for the same number of kids. Let's start with Aspyn Brown. Aspyn is the second-born Brown kid after Logan. She is the oldest girl, and she was born March 14th, 1995, and is a Pisces. Aspyn married Mitch Thompson on June 17th, 2018, in a televised wedding that was also Scottish-themed. They had first met at church in Utah, lost touch, then reconnected at a rally. They moved to Utah right after Aspyn graduated from UNLV. Aspyn played a major role in helping Christine just raise the rest of the kids, but she's very different than Christine. She's a very type A personality, someone that Christine, for example, sends to organize people at her wedding rehearsal. Apparently, Aspyn works for the jewelry designer Kendra Scott. She lives near Christine and is close with Mykelti after a somewhat tumultuous sister-sister relationship growing up. Her husband, Mitch, builds furniture. He built Christine and David's table, and currently he's actually competing in MMA. He participated in a cage match recently and won, so don't mess with Mitch, I guess, is the moral of the story. And not only does Mitch love kilts, I guess he also likes a good fight. Mitch is hardcore, but still kind of quiet. Still no kids, and it's unclear if they really want that. Just like Logan, Aspyn spent a lot of time taking care of kids growing up. Christine did mention that Aspyn doesn't really like being asked about kids too much. Aspyn was the most vocal about how moving to Flagstaff was a terrible idea for the family, and, it was. Christine probably wishes she had listened to Aspyn and stayed in Vegas, given how much their properties increased in value there in the cul-de-sac. But, it's water under the bridge. Aspyn is actually often the voice of reason here. So Mykelti Paedon, Christine's second daughter, is 27 and the second daughter. She has been on camera on the show since 2010 and wanted to have a career in fashion design, if you remember, as a teenager. Once she was an adult, she moved to Utah to work at a pawn shop owned by Cody's friend, and it was there that she started dating Antonio Paedon in 2015 and married him in December 2016. It was a whole whirlwind thing. She actually wanted to marry Tony in the summer, but they got a lot of pushback from the parents because Maddie was already getting married in the summer, and they just thought they needed more time as a couple, I guess. Also, Christine didn't really approve of Tony. It took her a while. He wasn't from their culture, and overall, they just thought it was too fast, but joke's on them because Tony is actually a great husband. Mykelti welcomed daughter Avalon in April 2021 and twin sons Archer Banks and Ace McCord in November 2022. Mykelti said that Robin was there for her when she was being bullied in the family when she was younger. Robin kind of took her under her wing, and Mykelti helped Robin with childcare a lot during those early years, and they became close that way. She admitted at one point that she told Robin that she was pregnant with twins before her own mom, Christine, and there was a lot of fan backlash on that. She's since said that her relationship with Robin is now more distance. since the whole breakup with her mom and everything. And Mykelti and Tony have a Patreon where they review Sister Wives episodes, and people are interested in knowing what's going on with them. Fun fact, Tony loves chess and actually goes on tournaments, and he just loves Mykelti, you can just tell. Mykelti is also Christine's favorite now, apparently, because of her early support for David and her willingness to call him her stepdad and fully accept him. The other kids weren't so open. Aspyn and Ysabel. Paedon publicly said at first that he doesn't think he'll be close with David, and he kind of thought his mom was moving too fast. Mykelti was by far the most supportive of that whole thing. Paedon Brown. So let's talk about Paedon Rex Brown. He was born August 7th, 1998. His middle name is Rex for Christine's dad. He was the couple's third child, only boy, and they went on to have 3 more kids after him. So Paedon is the middle child, and he spent a lot of time hanging out with his brothers with Janelle. He was raised in Lehi, Utah until he was about 14, at which point his family moved to Las Vegas, and from there he graduated from Centennial High School in 2017. Paedon admitted himself that his mom Christine asked him to leave and make a life for himself once he was 18. He wasn't really asked to go to Flagstaff, for example, and from there he set out on his own. Paedon became quite the TikTok sensation at one point and embraced his public life and persona. He even encouraged Janelle and Christine to join TikTok, and then he started to speak out a little bit about the family in interviews in 2022. In March 2022, Paedon spoke out on his TikTok live to share that Cody was not vaccinated for the virus. He said he thought his father was ridiculous for insisting that the family sanitize their mail and keep their distance, but then refused to get the shot, which totally agree. Paedon also said Robin holds a grudge against him after he admits that he actually was rude to her kids and didn't really accept them very well at first. Well, at least he admitted it, honestly. And he also said all these things about Mary, which were shocking, actually. In a live interview with John Yates, Paedon spilled his guts and started to talk about Mary, and he said, "Abrasive and kind of mean are not strong enough words. They are not aggressive enough words. Mary was not nice. Abrasive is not enough of a word to explain what Mary was to a few of us children specifically." When asked if abrasive, like what that really meant, he said, "Oh, it moves so far past verbal. Verbal basically stopped existing." He didn't really elaborate, but wild accusations ensued. Mykelti made some type of statement on her Patreon about it, but nobody elaborated, and Mykelti alluded that, if they talked more about that, the show could get, in jeopardy or something. So they don't talk about that. And it's very mysterious. Anyways, soon after that, he dropped off and stopped saying things online. He was probably spoken to by TLC or probably spoken to by his parents. I don't know. He was being very chatty Cathy at that point. He's MIA now and virtually has no online presence. All we know is that he moved closer to Christine, wanted to become a firefighter. He walked his mom down the aisle when Christine got married to David and works at a strip club as a bouncer. He also has a long-standing feud with Gwendlyn over, they clash over worldviews mostly, and an incident that happened where he actually hit her. So Paedon shocked his followers by revealing that he actually had gotten into a physical fight with his sister Gwen. Some siblings were in the comments saying yeah, you know what, siblings fight like that, but the bomb was dropped during a TikTok video. I guess this is Paedon's Achilles heel lives, where he shared that he had slapped her and now that she's scared of him. According to Paedon, the incident occurred after a heated exchange, and he emphasized that he messed up, quote unquote, and his relationship with Gwen has just never been the same, and clearly she's holding on to that grudge. Gwen is fully anti-Paedon. At one time, she told her followers he's the worst person ever, and she avoids family events to this day to avoid him. This sibling feud is alive and well, unfortunately, and it seems to be kind of stressful for Christine and the whole family. For example, Gwen didn't go to Christine's wedding, and a lot of people speculated Paedon being there may have had something to do with it. Let's talk about Gwendlyn Janelle Brown, who was born October 5th, 2001. Janelle is Cody's mom's name. So she was the couple's fourth child, and they went on to have 2 more kids after her. Fun fact, Gwendlyn and Gabriel were born within days of each other. They are known as twins, but they're very different people. Gwendlyn was raised in Lehigh, then her family moved to Las Vegas, and she lived there until she was in high school and then moved to Flagstaff. In 2022, Gwendlyn announced that she was engaged to someone named Beatrice, and they got married in front of their families and friends in 2023. This was probably the first time Cody was in the same space as David and Christine, and apparently Cody and Robin showed up late and kind of looked awkward in the background from some social media footage I saw. They were just kind of holding Mykelti's twins. And Beatrice and Gwendlyn apparently met at a fast food restaurant while they were working. Gwendlyn, to this day, still lives in Flagstaff. Ysabel Paige Brown was born June 12th, 2003. She is 20, and she was the couple's 5th child, and they went on to have just 1 more after her, truly. Her closest sibling apparently is Gwendlyn. Gwendlyn and Ysabel are pretty close. There was a point in Vegas where Ysabel was having issues with Christine, and she actually got a bedroom set up at Mary's house, which was seen as a perk of polygamy. Ysabel went through a major surgery during the pandemic for a medical condition affecting her back called scoliosis. Although they tried their best for years to fix it with apparatuses, braces, therapy, ultimately Ysabel needed surgery and had a lot of pain in her back. And famously, Cody did not go with Christine because of restrictions, and he just said that it would take him away from his family for too long. That really hurt Ysabel and their relationship. She just did not understand why her dad didn't care enough to be there with her for this very important medical situation in her life. Ysabel went to live with Maddie for a while, like right after the divorce, but ultimately decided to move back to Utah to be with her sisters and her mom. She now has a boyfriend who she introduced at Christine's wedding, or went Instagram official with. And last but not least, Truly Brown. She was born April 13th, 2010, literally around the time when Robin and Cody were courting and getting married. Her birth was televised, and she is famously known for her hatred for bike riding, telling Cody once that this is her body and she doesn't want to ride a bike. Truly, the independent spirit is beloved by all fans, and she's about to turn 14, which is crazy. At Christine's wedding, she dyed some of her hair purple, and she likes to spend time with her nieces and nephews. She is the baby. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more Sister Wives, watch this video, and I'll be back with more. Bye, and have a great night and day. Bye!